child, baby.
Shalom.
Many
Shalom. First, I'd like to give, just like all places, other glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Kakadash. I would like to give just like double honors to my apostles, elders of Great Millstone, who rule well, who push his word in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so, not so, but ever. And also, I would give double honors to their apostles that taught them. And also salutations to the elect, the 144,000 judges, that's you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and also the Israelites that look like the heathen. They got the appearance of the heathen. They follow bloodline goes to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. 12,000 judges. They're gonna be just like ruling here on heaven on earth. The 12,000 judges, 144,000. They're gonna be ruling here on planet Earth under King David, under Yahweh Shai. And just like also salutations to the 1/3, man, women, children, that's part of like you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and also the Israelites that look like the heathen. They got the appearance of the heathen. Your father bloodline goes to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. This is not a black thing. This is not a Native American thing. This is not a Hispanic thing. This is a a bloodline. You got Israelites that look like the heathen. The Israelites were scattered four corners by the earth. Deuteronomy 28 chapter. James the first chapter. Deuteronomy 28 chapter. The Most High will just like scatter us among all people. James the first chapter says like the just like the 12 tribes were like scattered abroad. And just like the few, a special shout out to the few sisters that's listening and learning, and they try to see salvation, and they try to do the right thing. They listen and learn in silence. To you, I say, Shalom. This is your brother Sakalia for the Great Millstone. Used to cap back at my level. That's the truth. And yeah, I saw this, and I said like, let me do a video on this. So let me do a lesson. So this is gonna be just a quick lesson. I'm gonna be on here too long. So the topic is the topic is 2/3 of you Israelite women will take the with the MOTB RFID microchip. Why I say uh, you 2/3 Israelite women will take that MOTB RFID microchip because with you 2/3 women will just like y'all will do so because y'all won't listen to Esau. You know but majority of y'all are just like a weaker vessel. Okay, you trust in this man, and you trust in like Esau Edom's government system, which is which is um which is a bunch of lies and just a bunch of BS. Okay, which is a, a bunch of BS. You know, it all is like lies. Okay, and this man is a damn liar, and this man is a damn serpent. So I'm gonna play you this video, and then I got some precepts.
others will accept the mark of the beast, and here's why. What's going to happen when you can't buy food for your starving child, baby, or you can't buy medicine for your dying baby, or you see them about to off your child or baby? You're going to have to make a very swift decision. And guess what? Most mothers are that connected with their child. And so during those days, there's going to be many. They're not going to let their baby pass away from starvation. They're not going to let their baby pass away from. But in order to get those things, you have to accept the mark. And so what will end up happening is their baby won't obviously accept it because the baby can't consent to the mark, but they will. And so what will end up happening is they will sacrifice their eternity for their baby who's going to be with Jesus in eternity, all because of the moment of not understanding the implications of it all. And so, woe to nursing mothers in this particular time period, and woe to parents in general who are, and it is a slippery slope, right? Because there is a such thing as idolizing your kids, but there is also a such thing as like, man, like you want to protect them with all your heart. And so that's where the deception will come in, right? Is where he's going to use the things you love and care about the most to capture your eternity. And so you can be with him in the lake of fire. And so this is a urgent message to those who listen. Remember, when Abraham was taking his son up to sacrifice him, God replaced his son Isaac with a ram. Okay? And so in the same breath, have that same faith. But either way, God sent his son to die on the cross for all of us. Okay? And so in that same way, you have to be willing during this time period to sacrifice. Parents and mothers out there, you're going to have to be willing to sacrifice. It'll be the hardest thing in the world, but I'm telling you, that's how so many moms, so many parents are going to find themselves losing eternity. Many mothers will accept the mark of the beast, and here's why. What's going to happen when you can't buy food for your starving child, baby, or you can't buy medicine for your dying baby, or you see them about to off your child or baby? You're going to have to make a very swift decision. And guess what? Most mothers are that connected with their child. And so during those days, there's going to be many. They're not going to let their baby pass away from starvation. They're not going to let their baby pass away from, but in order to get those things, you have to accept the mark. And so what will end up happening is their baby won't obviously accept it because the baby can't consent to the mark, but they will. And so what will end up happening is they will sacrifice their eternity for their baby who's going to be with Jesus in eternity, all because of the moment of not understanding the implications of it all. And so woe to nursing mothers in this particular time period, and woe to parents in general who are, and it is a slippery slope, right? Because
Yeah, he got some points. He got some points. The guy found point, but he said like Jesus, that's not his name. And also you know, he was on point, but he said like Jesus, that's not his name. So let's go to not gonna be on here too long, so I'm gonna try to make it short. This is Proverbs chapter 9 and verse 13. This is Proverbs chapter 9 verse 13. A foolish woman is clamorous; she is simple and knoweth nothing. Verse 14. For it reads, for she sitteth at the door of her house on a seat in a high places of city. Verse 15. To call passengers who go right on their ways. Verse 16. Who is she simple? Let him turn in hither as for him that wanted understanding, she said it to him. Verse 17. Starry waters are sweet and bread eaten in a secret and pleasant. Verse 18. But he knoweth not that the dead are there at that her gates are in the depths of hell. So the breakdown of these precepts, a foolish woman is clamorous. It's like the foolish woman represents false philosophies, false religions, spiritually Babylon, America, mother of hearts. That's Revelation 17:5. She is clamorous, loud. These women are very loud, confusing, disorderly. They were out of order. This is symbolic of confusion by Bell. With what is, which is what the whole system pushes: feminism, Christianity, Islam, eschatology, New Age, all out, but without true wisdom. She knowing nothing. Like all women, she lacks fear of the Lord. All women lacks fear of the Lord. Proverbs 1:7, which is the beginning of knowledge. So we at JMS, we teach us that these false doctrines lead our people away from the truth of Yahweh Shai. So like she was she sit at the door of a house on a seat in high places of the city. So this shows authority and vitality. She is exalted in society. The high places represent the government, religion, education, Esau's power structure, where false wisdom reigns. The house represents her system, Babylon's institutions and churches, where she deceives the simple man. Okay, and just like the Christian church, like the stories just like the Israelite family, they make the Israelite woman single and make her proud to call the passengers who go on their way. So the passengers are the Israelites walking in the truth or seeking righteousness. A foolish woman calls out the distract and also deceive them, much like how the world tries to pull Jake the Israelites back into sin, idolatry, and worldly pleasures. Example, a man leaves the world, starts following Yahweh Shai, but Babylon temptations like money, women, fame, vain philosophies try to bring him back. That's Matthew's the 13th chapter, the 19th and 22nd verse. So who is simple, let him turn in his. So the simple are those without this discernment or wisdom. Israelites who haven't been awakened. The foolish is seduces the weak mind through Christianity, Islam, college doctrines, prosperity, gospel, and also feminism. Spiritually, this is the same as the harlot intervening men into her bed, meaning false worship, man. Revelations the second chapter, 28th verse. So snowing waters are sweet, or bread eaten in secret places. Secret is pleasant. So snowing waters is illicit knowledge, false wisdom, doctrines that stem deep but are forbidden by the Most High. Bread eaten in secret societies. All right, hidden philosophies or private sins that people think no one sees. But wisdom of wickedness is not wisdom, man. So we at GMS often links this to how Jake chases forbidden philosophies, idol gods, and lust instead of drinking the living waters. All right. So, but he knowing not that the dead are there, and that her guests are in the depths of hell. So the dead is like spiritually dead Israelites. That's Ezekiel the 37th chapter, the dry bones, 1 and 5. Following Babylon's doctrines lead to destruction. The depths of hell mean confusion, judgment, and ultimately nuclear fire. Revelation is the 18th chapter. Her guests are those who join themselves to this world. 2/3 of Israel who reject the truth and will perish with Babylon. Zechariah 13 and 8. So let's get a precept. So like these two dead women, they're gonna take this MOTB, man. Like when they did that government shutdown for just like 46 days, it's about to be reopened right now. So they ain't get no food, but this is just a test. With all hell breaks loose, they're gonna shut the whole world down. And guess what? It's gonna be permanent. It's all gonna lead to the MOTB, man. Real soon, man. So this is Revelation chapter 13, the verse 16. And he caused it all, but small, great, rich, and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or their foreheads. Verse 17, and no man might buy or sell, say that he had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Verse 18, here is wisdom, let him have understanding. Count the number of the beast, for it's the number of a man, and his number is 600, three score is six. So he calls it all. So that's referred to Esau Edom, so-called white man, especially his power structure. The NATO, EU, America, Bella the Great causes all. Means that he will lose policy, deception, and control to make everyone comply through his beast system, the New World Order. Both small, great, rich, or poor, fair, bar means all classes of people will be affected, man. No matter your status or wealth. To see a mark is a karama, man. Okay, we at GMS, we teach us that it's not spiritual or symbolic, but physical, referred to the micro imprint, RFID, radio frequency identification, identity device, identification device, and NFC. I forgot what a year what was it called. Same thing that Esau plans to insert in the right hand or the forehead to control and buy and selling and identity. Why is it that Nero and his ice guy was rounding up Northern Kingdom and putting them in Alcatraz and stuff? Why are they doing that? Because Elon Musk wants to chip them, put a chip in their brain. That's what they want to do, to make them comply. Okay, I just found that out. Okay, and they torturing them, doing anything towards them. Okay, I just found that out. So no man might buy or sell. This is economic control, complete financial enslavement. Without the MOTB, you wouldn't be able to participate in the system. No job, no groceries, no travel, no housing. This leads to the CBDC, central bank digital currencies, biometric ID, and the cashless system that Esau is building now. It is the same spirit as for Antiochus Epiphanes forced Israel to forsake their laws. That's the first Maccabees, the first chapter in 41 and 58 verse. So precepts is 2 Corinthians 2:11, Isaiah chapter 10 verses 1 and 2, and Daniel's 12 and 1. A time of trouble such as there never was. Jacob's trouble, man. And here's the wisdom so it requires spiritual discernment. The wisdom of the elect, Romans 11:7. The number of the beast is 666. The number of a man, that man being Esau Edom, and the one in rulership. The six symbolizes man in perfection, Esau's system, and carnality. Everything outside the perfection of the Most High, which is 7. So the barcode system, microchip technology, and digital IDs all trace back to the 666 code palette. Represents total control, total man's technology. Okay. So let's go to and you Jakes, you do not take that MOTB, because if you take that MOTB, you're gonna suffer. You're gonna suffer because if you take that MOTB, you cannot repent from that. You cannot repent from that. You cannot repent from it. The Most High is gonna burn you with fire, but first, the Most High is gonna make you suffer first. This is Revelation chapter 16, verse 2. It reads, "And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worship his image." So the first refers to the first angel of the 7 that pour out the vials of wrath, plagues, and judgment from the Most High. These vials symbolizes Yahweh's judgment being released in the last days, doing after the time of the MOTB being made mandatory. Upon earth means this is a worldwide judgment. All right, it affects the whole system of Esau Edom, Babylon, and the nations aligned with her. Okay, Revelations 5:15 and 1, 2 Ezra 15 to 5 and 8, Zephaniah 1 to 14:18, man. And noisome, noisome means harmful, deadly, or painful. A grievous soul represents physical and spiritual judgment, man. So we at GMS, we teach us that this is manifest literally, literally as a painful, effective, or effective wound or reaction on those who take the microchip, the MOTB. Okay, if you take this MOTB, the Most High gonna fuck you up. The Most High gonna make you suffer. You're gonna have grievous sores, cancer sores. I don't know what type of sores, what type of cancers or cancer sores. It's gonna be bad, man. And like it will show. Okay, don't think that it's not gonna show. It's gonna show. It's gonna show. Cause a lot of you two-third women took took that like juice, man. And a lot of y'all got heart attacks. And a lot of you got STDs, man. They say that the people that take that juice, they're gonna die like 3 to 5 years, and people dropping dead over heart attacks. Y'all gonna suffer, man. You two that women gonna suffer, man. Life as you know it, it's gonna be hard, man. The chip being forced in a being foreign device inside the body will malfunction, rot, or corroded to the flesh, bringing sores and infection, feeling this prophecy, man. The Most High will make that technology turn on those who trusted in like Esau instead of trusting in him, man. Esau's lying to you, man. Esau's lying to you, and you know if you take that chip, the Most High is gonna make you suffer, man. It's gonna be a slow, painful, agonizing death, and then the missile's gonna come on your ass. Like those who accept Esau's digital microchip, choosing the system over faith in Yahweh, so they are spiritually and physically aligned with Babylon the Great and Esau's image, which is his global system and government commercial as false religions, man. Upon like the worship the image means to like submit to the beast system, its philosophies, its laws, its lifestyle, basically totally aligned to Esau's way of life. This includes trusting in science, technology, economy, and government instead of trusting Yahweh Shai. So the plague will fall on all who bow down to this world, man. Romans 12:2, James 4:4, man. So one more precept. I'm just going to wrap up. This is Zechariah chapter 13, verse 8. And it shall come to pass that all in the land, said the Lord Yahweh shall 2 parts therein, there shall be cut off and died, and the third shall be left therein. Verse 9. And I will bring the third part to the fire, and we will find them as silver as refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. And I will say, it's my people, and they shall say, Yahweh shall is my power. So 2 parts, there shall be cut off and die. That's all the land. It represents the land of Israel spiritually, and by extension, the nation of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that scattered worldwide. So the main deliverance is going to be here in America, man. It's going to be here. The main deliverance and the main instruction is going to be here in America. Okay? So 2 parts symbolize 2/3 of our people, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Especially you women, 2/3 of you women. So the 2/3 are those Israelites who reject the truth of Yahweh Shai, who stay in wickedness, idolatry, and following Esau's ways. They are the ones who will perish during Jacob's trouble by famine, by the sword, pestilence, and nuclear destruction, man. Amos 9:10, Isaiah 65:12, Ezekiel 5:12, Hosea 4:6. So we got GMS teaches that 2/3 of Israel will not repent. They not going to repent. They are far too gone in wickedness, chasing the world, Christianity, money, women, fame, false gods. So, but the third shall be left therein. So the 1/3 represents the just like the remnant, the elect, chosen by the Most High for the foundation of the world. Romans 11, 4 and 5. This group will they will survive the with the destruction, and will be delivered when the Yahweh Shai returns with the chariots, so-called UFOs. So they are the ones that keeping the faith and rehearsing the righteous acts to their best of their ability, and also they're gonna do affliction, man. And just like the Most High will just like bring you through the fire. The fire means affliction, persecution, trials, tribulation. The elect must go to it to be purified, and also symbolizes Jacob's trouble, a great tribulation period before Yahweh's return, man. The elect will escape the testing, but will be preserved through it. Revelations 3 and 10, man. They shall call my name, I will hear them. The elect is going to call on true names of Yahweh, the Father, and also Yahweh Shai, the Son. So we at GMS, we teach us that the name of Yahweh Shai is a key point of salvation, man. In the day that the Most High will hear his people, proving that he is only dealing with the remnant, not all of Israel right now, man. All right. So the Most High gonna say is by people. They say the 1/3 gonna say Yahweh power. So this shows the restoration of the covenant between Yahweh and his chosen nation Israel. After the purification and destruction, the elect will enter into a new covenant. We're gonna have new bodies, new minds, and eternal rulership under Yahweh Shai, right? Hebrews 8 and 10. So the Most High will again not acknowledge use of his people, and he will turn and turn glorify him alone. So the elect is gonna be protected. The elect women, women, and children. The elect men and women and children is gonna be like protected and safe. But you 2/3 women and 2/3 men, but you 2/3 women, y'all gonna die. Y'all gonna die. So I'm just gonna wrap this up. First, I'd like to give all praises, all that glory to Yahweh Bashir Rashai, and double honor to my apostle, El Okay Son, and next time, Shalom.